What up, though? This Payroll Giovanni. Check me out on the Bootleg Kev Podcast. By love.
Yo, it's Bootleg Kev Podcast. We got a special guest in here. Detroit's finest, Payroll Giovanni, is here.
Yeah. What up, though?
What's up, man? Welcome.
Appreciate it, man.
I just saw you in the Bay. Yo, help me understand what is the love relationship between the Bay Area and Detroit? It's always been a thing.
Yeah, it's been before me. You know, it seems like it's been since the beginning of the time. But a lot of Detroit dudes used to go to get
money, get packs, get work.
Yeah. So I think the lingo and the culture kind of transfer game like that. So we always been like related, like cousins.
Yeah, it feels like Detroit has so much in common. Like especially like you said, like sonically, it just feels like y'all are in the same pocket kind of when it comes to just the culture and
like I grew up on the Street Lords. They was a big group in Detroit, and they used to have like Be Legit, Too Short, E40, all of them on the album. So it was like shit. We started listening to them just off of that.
Right.
So and sound the same.
Can we talk about? I don't know if we're allowed to talk about the fact that there's going to be a reunion album coming.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's talk about Doughboyz Cashout.
Sure.
So this is the first album in how long, or first project?
Man, probably about 5-6 years.
Yeah.
We working on it. It's like 90% done. It ain't all the way done.
What motivated you? Because you've been obviously killing it on the solo shit, but like, what motivated the crew to come back together, man?
We always been together. Like we never broke up.
Well, I mean, I'm just as far as just making, like getting in the studio and making that effort to like actually put a body of work together.
I feel like it just had to be the perfect time. I wanted it to be organic because we done got in there and made music, but it seemed forced. I don't know. I think everybody had to get some real money. It was like
that's fair
because we first started rapping and it was like it was a hobby. It wasn't like we was making music to make money. It was just like let's get on here and talk some shit. And it was just a time where we was all doing good.
Everyone's doing good. Let's come together. Let's do this. Let's do it because we want to, not because we have to.
Exactly, and that's the best music.
Yeah, 100%.
We made a project.
How does it feel to be like, you mentioned some of the guys you grew up listening to, but how does it kind of feel to be? You're kind of like low key like OGs in the city now to like a whole new wave of Detroit artists.
Man, that's a blessing, man. It's an honor. I remember just being young, just watching the OGs like Blade and Street Lords, Eastside Cheddar Boys, all them on TV. Like, damn, I'd love to be in that light they in, and for dudes to compare me to like Blade or Street Lords, that's an honor. That's like the highest honor in Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit seems to be like on fire right now. There's so much. I mean, listen, Detroit's always had its place in hip hop.
I don't feel like
listen, I'm from Phoenix. So we have zero place in hip hop. We've never had nothing pop off. Like it's been rough my whole life. Yeah. Detroit, at least, going back to the 90s, you could, obviously there was always Royce or Eminem and then, Dilla. And, I feel like even like Insane Clown Posse was from around Detroit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like y'all have always had a presence in hip hop. But I feel like right now it feels like a whole wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Detroit always just had like a super underground music scene. Like our own artists, that's our own heroes. Yeah. Like this our Tupac, this our Hot Boys and this and that. And it seemed like it never got mainstream. Like it just only would go to Detroit and other Midwest cities and that was it. And we used to be like, why? Like, dudes is got more money and more jury than these rappers on TV. So this shit sound good. Like, why the fuck we don't never, get there? And it just used to be like a headache. Like, damn.
Well, what's crazy? Detroit and Chicago share two kind of things in my eyes as far as like, there's two sides I feel like to like the sonics of the city hip hop wise. Like in Detroit, there's some of the illest boom bap, traditional, just incredible hip hop that you'll ever hear, and then there's the street side of the hip hop scene.
Right. And
I feel like Chicago's kind of the same way. Like Chicago's the same city that birthed Chance and Kanye and Common, and you know what I'm saying? But on the other side, there's the drill shit.
Right.
Like it feels like there's two separate kind of sounds and scenes going on in Detroit, but they do kind of, at times come together. But why is that?
I mean, because, you know, Detroit is it's a diverse city. You know, you got the street side and you got like the artsy freestyle hip hop side.
Right.
It's that freestyle shit is serious out there. Like, it's dudes that go to the halls and freestyle battle and all of that. Like the shit on.
Yeah, it'll be like, you'll see like Black Milk or Guilty Simpson. Obviously, Royce.
Slum Village and all of that.
You
know what I'm saying? But we all respect each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all love. But, you know, Detroit it's a street orientated city. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like Detroit's getting better? Because I've heard that like the dude who owns the Cavs is like buying up a bunch of real estate and cleaning shit up. Like, and my boy lives in Troy. He does radio out in Detroit at the Bounce. But he was saying like ever since he's been there, he feels like the city's getting built back up. Like it's starting to look better. Like, how do you feel about where Detroit is right now?
I feel like it's doing a little better. I feel like it. You know, our downtown for sure look better.
Cause you like, I would hear you could buy like fucking $100 houses in Detroit.
Nah, not $100.
Or some crazy shit like that, right?
Yeah,
like,
no,
there
you
was
can,
people
you can buy them for the low.
I see that shit on the internet.
It's gonna be a fixer upper.
But you could
put
like
about $40,000 into it.
$40,000 house, ain't you know?
You can put 70 into a house, and you know you're gonna have a nice crib.
How much really? I heard when we were in at Empire in the Bay, I heard you mention. You would talk. We got a game coming out called Out of Pocket, but you mentioned real estate. Are you pretty tapped in on the real estate side?
I'm getting into it. Like my first experience in the real estate, it was a horror story, so I kind of like backed away from it.
Like what happened?
Man, I bought a house and it was just a raggedy ass house, and it just went bad. But
you bought one of those houses.
I had bad intentions with it. I'm gonna put it like that.
Oh, okay.
You know, I had a whole plan to do with it. It just didn't go right, so I just kind of left it alone. I was like, damn, I basically wasted like $10,000 on this fucking house.
It could have been worse.
Yeah.
$10,000.
But my man's one of my close homeboys. He like owned like damn near half our neighborhood.
Oh,
I be seeing what he be doing. I just be learning from him, just getting game from him.
So you're starting to get into that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Can you take me back? Because I remember when you guys signed with Jeezy, I was thinking like, because I had heard of you guys and heard some of your stuff. But I was thinking like, wow, like dope. Like some of the street shit out of Detroit was getting like a real mainstream look at the time. And it obviously seemed like it didn't work out. Well, it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? What do you think when it went wrong with the CTE situation? Because I want to say you guys came into CTE like right after Freddie Gibbs had left.
Yeah. We came with YG.
Yeah, it was like the YG. Yeah. So it was like around that same era as CTE.
Yeah.
Like what went wrong?
I don't know, man. I think we wasn't ready for real.
That's
like,
fair.
That was new to us. Like we was used to just being independent. We really wasn't taking that rap shit serious like that. Like we kind of stumbled up on it. Like
I was still like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah, and we was following our path. Like okay, now we gotta do this, do that. When we got there, it was kind of like, okay, who's your PR? Who's your man? We like, shit, we ain't got none of that shit. What is that? Like,
right. What does that mean?
We was learning as we was going.
Right.
So, you know, it was a whole type of different experience for us. And the Detroit sound really wasn't popping like that at the time. They kind of wanted us on them
the trap shit.
Them trap Migo type beats.
Right.
That shit just sounded horrible. Like
it just didn't mesh.
Yeah, they like, man, this sound like some old Cash Money shit what y'all doing. Why the beat so fast? They ain't really understand it like that.
Damn.
I feel like the timing wasn't good.
Timing just wasn't good.
Not at all.
I mean, because the YG thing worked out.
Yeah, YG shit worked out. I watched him make that whole first album.
Was there like a, because I feel like there was like a weird period of time where like, there was like all the old guys from CTE had left, like, you know what I'm saying? And then you guys were like the new regime and the old guys didn't have good things to say about.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs, had nothing good to say about.
Yeah, Fred was airing fucking Jeezy out. Did you guys ever feel like you kind of had to like have Jeezy's back in a lot of that shit?
I stayed out of that, man. Yeah. You know, I'm here to get my money, feed my family, man. I ain't inheriting no beefs, man.
That's smart, man.
Yeah. Unless it's serious,
of course.
Some music shit. No, I'm chilling.
What was something that you learned though from that experience, or maybe from Jeezy that because you know you've been doing independently a lot of boss shit the last 7-8 years. So like, what's something you took from that experience or from Jeezy directly that you've kind of applied to your career now?
His work ethic, like dude, just nonstop. Like that was like my first time ever being in the studio till like 7 a.m.
Oh yeah, those are them nights.
Yeah, like I never used to do that. I come in the studio 2-3 hours and I'm gone.
Do what you gotta do, get home.
So when I was with him, I'm like why are we doing this? Like, we in the studio till fucking daylight.
Like, I'm fucking
and
tired.
He did that shit every day. And I'm like, man, this dude is a multi-millionaire. So we got to put in double the work.
Right.
So I started applying that, just going to the studio every day.
Yo, talk about, because when was the first project with Carter? Was that 2016?
I want to say 16 or 15. I ain't sure.
What inspired you to do, first of all, get with Cardo? And I feel like you kind of, have influenced some other stuff happening in hip hop right now. But I feel like you and Cardo definitely came together and did your thing, man, with both of those projects. But how did that happen?
Really, Jeezy.
Jeezy.
Yeah, Jeezy. He had flew me out to Atlanta, and we was working on a project with it was gonna be me, Cardo, and YG and Jeezy. It was gonna be a group.
Really?
It was all Cardo produced, and we made a whole project. Album was hard.
Wait. So you, Cardo, YG, and Jeezy.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be like a super
group.
group.
Was called like Paid in Full or something like that.
And you guys did a whole project.
We had beats from Warren G, Daz Dillinger,
what?
DJ Quick, and Cardo did like all the other beats, and it was a hard project. But for some reason, it never came
saw the
out.
day of light.
Yeah, but that's where me and Cardo found our niche. Like, we found our pocket. A lot of them nights in them studios together.
Wow. Yeah. How many songs did you guys do for that project?
I think we had about a good 12, about 10,
so
12.
Full ass album.
Yeah, we all had solo songs and group songs. It was hard.
Damn. When will that see the day of light, if ever?
I don't know.
Who has that?
Jeezy.
Jeezy's got it. It's up to him.
He got it on the hard drive.
It's on a hard drive, just sitting somewhere.
Yeah, that shit, man, classic.
Wow.
Shit.
That's like one of them albums that's like gonna be folklore for now. Yeah,
that shit was special. I was excited about that.
YG, yeah. Are you and YG still keep in contact?
I ain't talked to YG in a minute, but that's it's still love for sure.
No, 100%, man.
Yeah, YG a good dude.
And then obviously, just like we were talking about the scene in Detroit. Detroit seems like it's always been like historically like super divided depending on what side you're from, like what side of town you're from.
Yeah.
There seems to be like less of that recently, like people working together, shit like that. Like, is that obviously you and Peasy got a whole album together. Like, how's the Detroit scene right now? You feel like, as far as just like the camaraderie, and it feels like there's more people moving together as opposed to.
I feel like it's good. Like, we in a good space. It ain't really much beef going on. Like, everybody really just putting that shit to the side and getting their money with this music shit, because that's where the bag at. And
then that Big Sean cypher was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because I don't think because I talked to Sada Baby, and he had like no idea that like T Grizzly was gonna be on there, and like.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he put just everyone. I don't think everyone knew. Did you know that? Like,
I had an idea.
You had an idea.
Everybody, was gonna be on there, but I get along with everybody. I ain't care.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, don't put me on a song with him. Like,
how big of a deal is that? Like, to have like Sean do that?
Man, Sean been showing us love from day one.
Of course.
Like, when he didn't even have to, he been shouting us out on songs and reaching out, doing songs with us. So I got a lot of respect for Big Sean. Like, he been embracing us day one.
Remember you said it's about time? Look, Sean's been popping for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. Long ass time.
For sure, man. It's crazy because, like, I feel like his album with the Detroit 2 was like his best body of work so far.
Man, Sean cold, man. He been cold like that, though. Like, he used to record at the studio. We used to record that before he signed with Kanye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, he been taking that rap shit serious.
Yeah. It's crazy to think his first album came out 10 years ago. He's celebrating the 10-year anniversary, and I just was like, fuck, I'm old, man.
Old as hell.
I remember when that shit first came out. I was like,
old as hell.
Like him and Mike Posner running around doing mixtapes and shit. And it's crazy. So I know you have, so the Doughboyz Cashout album is coming, and then you got a new solo album.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Which is how close is that to being done?
About 95%. Wait on a couple verses. People.
And I heard you talking about it in San Francisco a bit. Kind of break down like the concept of the album, like.
It's called Giovanni's Way. It's something I've been like promoting for like 5-6 years. Every time I was about to come out with it, something else presented itself, like Cardo or something.
Right.
And I just get sidetracked. But I'm finally about to drop it. It's basically like everything that led me to this point. I'm basically just speaking on all of that, all my experiences, everything.
What features are already on the project?
T Grizzly and Peasy, Cash Doll. I think that's it right now.
Lots of Detroit.
Yeah. I'm reaching out to other people too, but
if you had
for sure want to Detroit on there big.
If you had to pick someone from the Bay to do a whole project with, who would it be?
Somebody from the Bay?
Yeah.
Man, I fuck with a lot of Bay Area artists.
I feel like you, Larry June on Cardo Beats.
I was gonna say Larry June. You know, we got a whole project called Game Related.
I didn't know that.
Me, my man's HBK and Larry June, all Cardo Beats.
All Cardo Beats.
Yeah, we just like threw it out there. Like it wasn't really promoted, none of that.
Who else, like from the Bay, would you kind of consider to be like, you know, you're in the Bay a lot. Like who's somebody who you would kind of consider to be, you know, more than a hip hop affiliate? Everyone fucks with each other, you know what I'm saying? But there's very few friends.
Man, I fuck with a lot of dudes in the Bay, man. Filthy Rich, of course.
Yeah, of course.
E40, Be Legit. A lot of OG cats, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting hip to the younger dudes though.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
The Bay's like Detroit. I feel like there's like so much new shit coming out, and it's just like I can't even keep up with it.
That's how Detroit is. Like I'll be like, oh, what is this? Like I see everybody singing in the club, and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to know what this shit is. Like, what is this?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. What about like, you know, in terms of like, let's say 10 years from now, man, where do you where do you want your legacy to stand at? Do you still want to be rapping? Do you still want to do you want to kind of have some other shit going on at that point in time?
I want to be a CEO, man. I want to just fall back, you know, kind of play the background, just have a bunch of successful artists out there.
So you're signing artists.
Yeah. That's most definitely like my next thing I'm about to get into.
You know who's done a good job of that is, I think I always got to give him his props, but Yo Gotti's been
Yo Gotti been
so amazing.
He raised the bar.
Like
he raised the bar. Everything he touched,
it's crazy. Yeah, and like, you know, I think what's important about that is like you got to actually want whoever you're signing to be bigger than you. If you're gonna be an artist who signs other artists, like you have to put your ego to the side and like genuinely want that person to be bigger than you ever were.
Because it make your legacy bigger.
100%.
Like all these people came from up under him. Like, you know, that make your legacy huge.
Yeah,
that make it go forever.
100%, man.
Yeah.
How did you react to just the pandemic? Detroit, was it like super closed down there?
Yeah, it was shut down for a minute. It was shut down for a long ass time, but everybody was balling. Everybody was getting money.
Everybody was getting that money.
Man, it was like fucking the 80s. It was crazy.
That fucking PPP money been booming.
Yeah, I went to we got a mall called Somerset. It's like the high end mall. It was, man, shit was like a zoo. It was just people in there just fighting and shooting and robbing. I'm like, God damn. Like people in this mall ain't never been in this mall in their life.
Yeah, no, I know. I have like close friends of mine who have hit serious 6-figure government licks during the pandemic.
Yeah, man. You know.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's just,
you have a young dude.
It's like tax season times 100, but it's like everyone's got it. It's insane, man.
Yeah, dudes like serious as hell. Like, I'm about to get a Ferrari next week. I'm like, no.
Like, are you sure that's a good idea?
That's what's up.
Yeah,
like, be careful.
Yeah, you might want to be careful. That might be a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to, you know, get one of them $10,000 houses.
Yeah. No, they ain't think about that.
Yeah, it's wild. Yo, how does like this, you know, because I'm a big sports guy, and obviously there's Detroit is a big sports city. Y'all got all the fucking teams. But how does the, you know, the Pistons, the Lions, Tigers like coincide with the culture in the city? Like, because I feel like you know, some cities will see like Quavo on the hardwood at the Hawks game, shit like that. I feel like the Pistons are trash.
Oh, don't do us like
I mean they are. You guys got the #1 pick in the draft. That doesn't mean you're good.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big sports dude.
Right. But I just mean like,
I support.
Do the players like
teams.
tap in with the scene out there?
Oh yeah. I just did something with the Pistons. Just did something with them. We coming with some whole shit, you know what I'm saying?
So you did some. What are you doing with the Pistons? Talk about it.
I ain't gonna really, you know, I don't think I can speak on it yet, but you know, they come with like their own show.
Through the years, was there like a player on the Pistons or the Lions that like you ended up like really connected with and fucking with? That really kind of embraced what was going on in Detroit? Because I feel like the players be on the Pistons ain't had a franchise player in a minute. They be in there like year, 2 years, and then they out.
Okay. Well, no, I ain't connect with nobody for real. Nah, I done ran into them here and there in the club. And they show love.
It's been a while since it was Ben Wallace and Rip Hamilton and
that's actually who I ran into. I ran into Ben Wallace at a club.
the legend.
Show love, you know.
Was this recently?
This is probably about 4 years ago.
That's still crazy.
Yeah.
Ben Wallace at the club.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah.
It was an upscale club, you know.
Gotta be a nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest misconception about Payroll Giovanni?
That I'm an asshole and I'm mean. Cause I don't talk much. Like if I don't know you, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna introduce myself to you. That's just some Detroit shit. Like we just, you know, you kind of be standoffish, but I'm a cool, you know, laid back cat, man.
Is there anything that you can do to like get you? Because I feel like you're super chill, right? We see T Grizzly doing Twitch and playing games and shit, and like we can see a whole nother like side of T Grizzly that nobody ever would know existed.
Right.
Is there anything like that that you might, you know, get into, whether it's doing some podcasting shit or?
I mean, I'm open for it. You know, I'm open for it. I was actually thinking about doing my own podcast or something, just to share my thoughts and things. Like,
that should be up.
Know what I feel about this and feel about that, but I'd be like, man, the world's so sensitive. Like, you get your
might get
opinion on
canceled
something,
for sure.
They gonna hang you,
or they're gonna love you. Hey, I feel like Boosie is like cancel proof.
Oh, you know, Boosie don't give a fuck.
He said the most craziest shit, and everyone still loves him.
Yeah, Boosie don't give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah, I fuck with Boosie too.
Hey, when we would always hear, like, you know, coming up as fans of hip hop, like always would hear about Trick and the no fly zone thing, right? And then there's the historical instance of Ross not being allowed to perform, which was a real thing that happened.
Yeah,
for people who don't know,
I don't know the details.
Right.
You know?
But that no fly zone thing, like, it's like almost like hip hop folklore. Where it's like, if you feel like when you go to Detroit, you got to check in with somebody.
Right.
Is that something that's like real, or is it more like, is it?
Trick most definitely is real.
No, I know that.
Like,
no, Trick is super.
Yeah, like, dog, you Trick and Goon Squad, them dudes ain't for no games, man. And they've been doing that shit since the 90s. I just did a song with Trick too. Hard
Shout out
song.
to Trick, man. He just had
shit.
the Hip Hop Uncovered on FX.
He actually got a show Sunday. Big show he doing Sunday.
Oh, out there in Detroit?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can make it too.
That'd be big. Yeah, I thought it was dope. They did that FX series about
Yeah, that was hard. I like that.
That was fucking super dope.
Yeah.
Do you think Eminem does enough for like the scene in Detroit? Like, he never left. He still lives there, right? But do you think like he's done enough like to kind of help put on other Detroit artists?
I feel like he done put on some people. You know, he put on Trick for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, Proof was a real, like,
Proof
street
was
cat.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
And
He
Proof
come from the PA boys and all them.
Fire.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
like, you know, but, you know, the street side, they feel like, you know, they don't know him and this and that.
Well, it's also like, I don't know many people probably on the street side like that I know personally that are like listen to Eminem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, we grew up listening to Eminem. Like, when he first came out, like, we was like, damn, this dude hard. We was just happy he was from the D.
And then
dudes knew Proof too.
And then he did a fucking movie called 8 Mile, like based in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that people was just like, oh, what is this? Like,
was it accurate at all?
It didn't really represent like the Detroit I come from.
More the white trash Detroit.
It represents like the freestyle battle culture. Like, it's Detroit a diverse city. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different sides to that shit.
Who are your like top 2 or 3 favorite new artists out of Detroit that you're just a fan of?
The new artists, man, it's a lot of them, man. So many of them. I fuck with Tay B. Let me see, Baby Money. I don't know, a lot of them, man. They like from my era. So like, you mean like new, like younger?
Yeah, just like the you know, there's a lot of new, like we were talking about the Bay. There's so much new shit going on. It's like,
it's so many, man. Yeah, I fuck with Tay B and Baby Money. I be banging they shit.
All right, my producer Cook is a diehard fan. Cook, you get one question.
Appreciate that too, man.
Man, you can put me on the spot, man.
One question from the producer Cook.
Man, any new projects with Carter coming out?
Yeah. Me and Carter always working, man. We were actually working on Big Boston 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then so like with Big Boston 1, you guys had to put the 1.5 up because of the samples, or?
Yeah, that was some weird record label shit. Okay. I never even listened to it, actually.
Right. Like, I know some of the beats are like,
yeah,
like Day in the Life.
Yeah, it's like it was cringing for me. Like, why did they do this shit? but you know, yeah. I guess it was sample reasons.
He got some. See, you got that real fan shit to ask.
Gain of Life is like one of my favorite songs.
I appreciate that. Did you saw the short movie?
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, oh, this motherfucker hard.
Hey, interrupting the interview to tell you about our good friends at Odd Socks. Now, as you can see, I always have my Odd Socks on, baby. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, shout out to my bony ass knees. Listen, go to oddsocksofficial.com. They got all the craziest socks. These are the outsiders. You know what I'm saying? They got SpongeBob. They got Cheech and Chong. Listen, Breaking Bad, Godfather, whatever you need, they got it. And now they have underwear. That's right. You can get your Odd Socks underwear. The boxer briefs are the best underwear that you could ever fit on your ass. Trust me when I tell you. These are Chucky draws. What you know about top ramen underwear, all right? Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the keyword Bootleg Kev at checkout, and you'll save 20% off of your order. Underwear, masks, slippers, socks, whatever you need, they got it. Oddsocksofficial.com. Keyword Bootleg Kev at checkout. Save 20%. Yo, appreciate you for pulling up.
Appreciate you having
So
me.
what's the timeline on the albums? So you say, you know, we just talked about 3 different new albums.
Yeah, man. Hopefully Giovanni's Way be out here by like August, but don't hold me to that.
So that'll be the first thing we're waiting for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then Doughboyz Cashout. And I got a project with Zaytoven I'm working on too. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And Zaytoven coming with a whole other bag on this shit. Like this shit, it sound different.
So you got 4 projects on the way.
I probably got more than that, for real.
Any other collab projects with any other artists, like full collab projects?
Not with no artists. I got some with different producers though.
Helluva?
Yeah, me and Helluva, of course. Me and Helluva. And the Olympics. You hip to the
Okay,
Olympics?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, my man's Knoxville.
Is there an you and Peasy linked up for a project? Is there another artist in Detroit that you would love to do just a full on collab album with?
I mean, I'm open to anything for real. But me and Peasy actually talking about doing another project too.
You know who's on fire? I think they've been just killing shit ever since they really went straight independent, and they were independent before. But I swear Vezo been on his shit lately.
Oh yeah, Vezo, he stay mashing on the gas.
He's been killing it.
Yeah,
I know he was on that Motown situation, and you know they kind of stalled him out a little. But like
that's how my deal situation was.
He broke free, and it's just
better
been
off independent.
Straight gas.
That's how Detroit artists work though. Like we better independent with our own freedom.
There it is, man.
Yeah.
Well, look, Payroll Giovanni, appreciate you for pulling up.
Oh,
4 or 5 or 7 albums coming soon.
Yeah, about 5, 6 of them.
There it is.
Movies, all that. Books.
And hopefully we hear this YG, Jeezy.
Yeah, we're gonna speak
Carter.
it into existence, man.
The next time I
Paid
see
in Full album.
There it is. Perfect.
For sure.
Appreciate you, man.